Shapujong Bafetu, this is the only fan with a PhD in Hlabawonke Jigelele. We just experienced what they call a football murder here at Dobsonville. But you talk about the Hugo Bruce or Bafana Bafana Hugo Bruce players. They played incredibly well. You talk about CBC at the back. You talk about Talent Mbata in the middle of the park. You talk about Mahopa. You talk about also Napolis. Relebuhile Mufukeng being introduced later at the match, playing as that typical number 10. Played very well. But you talk about the master chef himself. When you think he doesn't score goals, he scores when it matters. And by the way, for those that think that this game was not important, this game was so important. It is the game just before the biggest tournament in Africa, which is the AFCON. And to have a Mbule who plays as an attacking midfielder or as a number 10, having to score, that was very special. But you talk about Ndamane, who was playing as a center left back. Again, you talk about Chaine, whom I think had an incredible game, especially for a player that has not been playing as far as Bafana Bafana has been concerned. We all know that Mzante's number one in terms of Hugo Bruce has always been Ronald Williams, and deservedly so, one of the best, if not the best goalkeeper in South Africa so far. But goalkeeper of the season, Chipo Chaine, today, something that he gave us that was very special was the fact that he could play from the back. Ronald Williams in recent years has proven to be that player that is so important when you're playing football from the back. And today, Sipho Chaine has really got into those shoes, because even at Orlando Pirates in the past season or this season, in fact from last season, they trained him more in terms of being a ball-playing goalkeeper. Hence, you saw him being the leading, the goalkeeper of the season, having to start play from the back and having the intelligence and the ability to know when to play from the back or when to clear the ball. But you talk about defender of the season, CBC, quality for days. But again, today, something very special. Talk about the importance of Matuludi. Sometimes when you're a player not playing for the big three or the big four rather, can really limit you, because people may say that you don't deserve it or you're not the best because why? You're not playing for the likes of Orlando Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, Stellenbosch and the likes. But Matuludi is undoubtedly one of the best right backs in the country. Very good going offensively and defensively. But again, for me, I'd also want to wish Bafana Bafana, to say all the best of luck. The last time you went to the AFCON, you became number 3 in Africa. And today alone can definitely be promising to say you can definitely go to win it. And I do believe that Bafana Bafana will definitely go to win it if you've got Mahopa, if you've got the likes of Reynas, obviously, even if he may not be selected as yet. But you talk about also Frosler, you talk about Oswina Polis, Matuludi, as I was saying, but I wanted to talk also about yes, Foster, but I wanted to talk about the right winger, Mukwana, Elias Mukwana, quality player. Elias Mukwana, very underrated because he did not play, like I'm saying, if he did not play for Chiefs, Pirates and Sundowns, you don't get the credit enough. Even in the absence of Themba Mchishizwane, whom we know that Bafana Bafana plays well with Themba Mchishizwane, but I think his era now has really surfaced, or it has passed. Hence you see the likes of Sipho Mbule, Master Chef himself, and even in the absence of Tito Patrick Maswanganyu, whom we know can play as that typical number 10, but was not in the Bafana Bafana squad. All those players are included. Even though they were not here today, they were very important. We wish them nothing but the best as they're going to start the biggest football competition in Africa, in the CAF Champions League of Africa. So we wish them nothing but the best, and we wish them that they can bring it back home. Because if they win this one, they're definitely going to the World Cup with confidence, knowing that they can play against the best, the likes of Al Ahly, the likes of Ghana. I mean, Ghana is not just a small team, it's a big team to beat. And if you're playing against Ghana at home and you get a win, it's a confidence booster, and it can give you confidence to say we can go and win the AFCON, not solely because you are so over-reliant on the fact that you've beaten Ghana, but on the fact that you know that you can play against the likes of Ghana and beat them at their home, in your backyard. That brings confidence. And this was not really the first 11 of Bafana Bafana. That alone makes us to believe that we can definitely go and win it. Asbonge, we say fly the flag high, Bafana Bafana, Hugo Bruce. Keep on shining. And we wish you nothing but the best.